Hey, hi, welcome to my tarot reading. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're doing pick a crystal reading. 3 crystals, 3 messages. Pick the one that you feel the most drawn towards out of the 3 crystals that are laid here. Trust your gut and let's see what the universe has in store for you. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Crystal 1, stay right here. For crystal 2 and 3, skip to the timestamps below. Okay, crystal 1 people, here's your cosmic message. The first card that we have is the Tower. I get it. I get a sense that, something's shaken you up, or even if it's not, it may happen in the near future. This card looks scary, I understand, like everything's crashing down. But Tower isn't about destruction for destruction's sake, it's about clearing space. Something in your life wasn't built to last, not because you failed, but because you've outgrown it. Maybe it's a job that made you feel stuck, or a relationship that wasn't truly aligned, or even an older version of yourself that, just can't carry you forward anymore. It's like when you're renovating a house, you knock down the walls, not because you like chaos, but because you're about to put like floor to ceiling windows and let the light pour in. That's what this energy feels like. Chaos before clarity, mess before magic. That's the vibe, yes. Next up, we have the Lovers. And nope, it's not always about romance. Though, hey, for some of you, it could be a part of it. But here, it's more about alignment, choosing with whole of your heart, even if it means choosing a romantic connection. This is universe's way of saying no more half-hearted yeses, no more doing things out of obligation, fear, or convenience. It's like you've been standing in front of two doors. One feels safe and familiar, while the other feels bold and true. And this card, it says you need to pick the bold one. For example, think of a character in a rom-com who finally decides to stop settling for nice but not the right person and instead goes after the love that makes their heart race. That's you. But it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be career, purpose, lifestyle, even who you want to be. Big choices, big alignment, but with whole of your heart. And then we have the Sun. This is the happy card, the light at the end of the tunnel card. The Sun says joy is coming, clarity is coming, brighter days are ahead. It's that moment in the movie where the clouds part, the music swells, and the character finally feels free. That's the energy we are waiting for. Maybe it's rediscovering what lights you up, maybe it's reconnecting with your playful side, or finally feeling like life isn't just about surviving, it's about living. This card wants you to know you're allowed to be happy even after everything, especially after everything. And finally, the Hermit. This one says take a little time to go inwards, not to hide away but to listen. You've just been through a shakeup and you're stepping into joy, but the Hermit reminds you pause, like reflect, ask yourself, what did I learn? What do I want to bring into the next chapter? What am I leaving behind? Think of it like a road trip. Before you hit the highway, you check the map. The Hermit is you checking your inner map, making sure you know where you're going and that it actually feels like home. Next up, what's in your stars? Imagination. Take a walk on the rainbow. This one is fun. It says, stop shrinking your dreams. What's the version of your life that feels colorful, full of possibilities? Don't be afraid to picture this, even if it feels a little out there. Even big changes start with like wild little ideas, Next up is compassion. Open the door to your heart. It's about softening towards others, sure, but mostly towards yourself. You've been through a lot. Don't add self-criticism to the pile. Instead, open the door to your own heart and say, I love you even when it's messy. That's where real healing starts. Now for the wisdom quote. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. So listen to your intuition, to the signs, to the little whispers of your own soul, because sometimes the answers aren't in the doing, they are in the listening. So what's the big takeaway? Crystal 1 is all about breakthrough. Things may have felt shaky, maybe even messy, but this is the breaking open before the breakthrough. You are being guided to rebuild on a stronger ground, to choose boldly, to lean into joy, and to give yourself grace along the way. Your story isn't about what fell, it's about what's being built. And trust me, what's coming It's going to be totally worth it. If this reading resonated, let me know in the comments. Tell me which part hit home, and thank you. Truly thank you for letting me read for you today. Okay, on to the next crystal. Crystal number 2. Here's your cosmic message. So first up, we've got the Death card reversed. Death doesn't mean literal death. It means transformation, rebirth, renewal. But reversed, it says maybe you've been resisting that change. It's like holding on to a sweater that's 2 sizes smaller because it used to be your favorite. But every time you try to wear it now, you can't breathe. The universe is saying it's time to let go of what doesn't fit you anymore. This could be a relationship, a belief, an old identity, or even a way of thinking that's been keeping you stuck. Death reverse says release it. Not because it wasn't important, but because you're growing beyond it. Think of it as a caterpillar in its cocoon. If it never let go of being a caterpillar, would it become a butterfly? That's where you are, mid-transformation. And the sooner you loosen your grip, the sooner you'll soar. Next card is the Queen of Cups. I love her energy. She's intuitive, nurturing, deeply in tune with her emotions. She's that friend who just knows what you're feeling even before you say it, but also hands you tea and says, we'll figure this out. This card is telling you, lean into your emotional wisdom, trust your gut, nurture yourself. You don't have to have all the answers right now. You just have to care for your own heart as you move through this shift. Then we've got 8 of Cups reversed. Upright, this card is about walking away from what no longer serves you. But reversed, it says maybe you're hesitating. Maybe you know it's time to leave something behind, but a part of you is scared. And that's okay, change is scary. But this card says don't let your fear of the unknown keep you stuck in what you have already outgrown. There is a better horizon waiting, but you have to take the first step. And then the 9 of Swords. This card speaks to worry, anxiety, maybe even sleepless nights. It's that energy of lying awake, thinking, what if I make the wrong choice? What if I regret this? What if it all falls apart? But here's the truth. Most of what you fear never usually happen. And the things that do, we handle them better than we think. The 9 of Swords says that you may be overthinking this. Breathe. Ground yourself. Remember, you've survived every hard day so far. Then we have the Saturn, which is about limitations. Limitation isn't punishment, it's actually wisdom. It's you saying, okay, where am I wasting my energy? Where do I need to simplify? Where do I need boundaries? It's like a gardener cutting back dead branches so the plant can grow fuller and healthier. Saturn says, make those cuts. Your future self will thank you. The Pluto card, that is all about control. Sometimes control helps us master a skill, stick to a routine, or stay focused, but other times it turns into fear. Fear of letting go, fear of surrender, fear of not knowing what's next. Pluto says, check where control is helping and where it's hurting. And then connect with the part of yourself that's comfortable with trusting. Trust in timing, trust in yourself, trust in life, trust in general. Okay, your wisdom card says just that you do the right thing, the rest doesn't matter. Cold or warm, tired or well rested, etc. etc. Basically pursuing the highest good. This quote is pure wisdom. It says focus on what's right, not what's easy, not what's popular, not what feels good in the moment. When you chase the highest good, everything else falls into place. So what's the big message for Crystal 2? You're in a season of shedding and becoming. You are in the season of release. You are shedding an old layer, one that kept you small. And yeah, there may be fear, hesitation, even a few sleepless nights. But the cards say you're moving towards emotional wisdom, freedom, and a lighter heart. Your challenge now is to loosen the grip, trust the process, make space for growth, and most of all, do the right thing, even when it's hard. Because this chapter, it's not about ending things. It's about transformation. If this reading resonated, do drop a comment. Tell me which part felt like it was speaking to you, and thank you for letting me read for you today. Alright, Crystal 3. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, first up, we've got the Star, but it's reversed. Now, don't panic. Reversed cards don't mean bad news. They mean there's a little rerouting happening. The star upright is all about hope, healing, and feeling guided, but reversed, it says maybe you're doubting your own light. This card says you're not lost, you're just recalibrating. Like when your GPS says recalculating because you missed a turn. You are still going to get there, you just need to realign with your inner self. And sometimes when we can't see the whole staircase, we think we are not moving. But the star reversed is a gentle reminder that the light is still there. You just need to clear the fog. And that fog, it's usually self doubt, old fears, or comparing your path with someone else. Next card, the Two of Cups. Oh, I love this one. It's about connection, harmony, and mutual support. It could be soulmate type relationship, sure, but more than that, it's about partnerships that uplift you. This card says look for people who see you, not just the version of you that you show the world. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, or a partner, this is about balanced give and take. No more one sided situations where you're pouring from an empty cup. Maybe this is also a reminder to connect with yourself, like really connect. Imagine looking in the mirror and saying, hey, I've got your back no matter what. That's the Two of Cups energy. Then we have the Fool, and oh, what a breath of fresh air. This card is about new beginnings, stepping into the unknown, trusting the universe will catch you. This is the energy of saying yes before you have it all figured out. Think about a character in a movie who quits their soul sucking job, moves to a new city, starts a dream project, not knowing how it will turn out, but trusting that staying stuck isn't an option. That's you right now. The Fool says, don't overthink it, just take the step. The magic shows when you do. And then the World, cue dramatic music. This card is completion, fulfillment, and a full circle moment. It's like you're coming to an end of a major chapter, stepping into a bigger, brighter one. The star reversed may have made you question where you're headed, but the World, it's saying, relax, you're closer than you think. You are about to see why the delays, the detours, and the doubts were all a part of the journey. It's like the final episode of a series where all the little storylines come together and you go like, oh, that's why that happened. That's the vibe. You're reaching a point of wholeness. Not perfect, but complete. Then the star cards. Mercury. Mercury is all about the mindset. This card is a little nudge to check your perspective. It says, notice how you are interpreting situation. Are you looking at things thoroughly or through a lens of possibility or a lack of possibility? Mercury says, shift your mindset, journal about what's happening, talk to a friend or a counselor, read something that sparks new ways of thinking. Most of all, listen to your inner wisdom. It's actually adjusting the camera focus on your phone. Suddenly the blur sharpens and you see the bigger, brighter picture. Then we have the balance. This card says that life isn't black and white and neither are your choices. You don't have to go all in or all out. You just have to find what feels steady for you. Try writing your thoughts, meditating, move your body, or talk things out with someone you trust. And maybe, just maybe, check your daily routines. Do they support the life you're trying to build, or are they draining you? Small tweaks will be able to create huge shifts for you. And your wisdom card says, it's not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. This hits, doesn't it? It's a reminder to find gratitude where you are, even as you reach for more. Craving without appreciating leads to emptiness. But appreciating what you already have, that's where fulfillment lies. So, what's the message for Crystal 3? You are at the edge of something big. Yes, there's been doubt, maybe even fear, but your cards are saying trust it. The star reverse says you're finding your hope again. The Two of Cups says you're supported. The Fool says take the leap. And the World says you're closer than you think to a breakthrough. Your new job now is to shift your perspective, find your balance, and remember, richness isn't about more, it's about meaning. Take a deep breath, trust your path, and know that the best is unfolding, one brave step at a time. If this spoke to you, do drop a comment. Let me know which part landed. And thank you, truly thank you for letting me share this reading with you. Okay, so we're done with all the 3 crystals. Thank you for tuning in. Drop a comment if something hit home, and I'll see you in the next reading.